Hi everyone, my name is Ekaterina and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about life in Finland and in the UK. Today I'm not alone. If you follow me on social media you might have seen this gentleman before. This is my partner in life, in crime, in business, Benjamin Blake.
Morning.
Benjamin.
Thank you.
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Are you happy to be here today?
Excited. Like a celebrity. Lights, cameras.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
So Ben, today we'll talk about quite a serious topic, but hopefully what we will share today with our audience will be very helpful for them.
Mm-hmm.
We will talk about mortgage. So how do you feel when you hear this word? Mortgage.
Sleepless nights, sweaty palms, thinking about money, can I afford it, can I not, is it the place I really want, do I want to live with a girl? Okay. Yeah, nerves.
Nerves.
Yeah.
Do you think that if you were more prepared beforehand, if you had more information on your hands, that it would have made you feel more relaxed?
Yeah, because I only had one friend that had already moved and bought a place.
So all your friends are poor and not very successful in their lives, huh?
If my friends are watching this, no, you're all rich.
But poor.
No, but it is
Rich in their souls, but poor in their pockets.
Speak for yourself. No, but I think it's such a big thing. Like living in London as well, a lot of people are slow to move out. They don't move till they're older and buy their own place. But yeah, if I'd had more advice, like you get advice from your parents, but yeah,
That was what, 30 years ago when they bought their house?
Yeah, the amount they paid for their house, like you need a deposit for that much now. So it kind of is different.
It's different.
Yeah, the advice they give is not quite the same as what it is now. So I'd say yeah, if I could have found a nice little video online, I'd have clicked and watched it.
So today we want to discuss with our audience like how to be proactive. So if you're planning to buy a first house, what you need to think of beforehand. We're not saying that you're buying the house tomorrow, but if you're planning to buy a house, what you need to do.
I think this is where we went wrong. That we started probably a bit too late.
Yeah, we started looking for houses before thinking, oh, will we be able to afford it or not?
Yeah, but now looking back though, if we had known stuff maybe 2 years ago when you first moved here, we'd have been better.
We're better.
Yeah.
So Ben, to be proactive, what our audience needs to do, first things first.
First things first, I think start thinking about finances because you can do all the rest later. You're never going to get the money.
Money.
Yeah, money doesn't grow on trees,
Unfortunately.
sadly. So yeah, money is the first thing to think about, I'd say. It doesn't matter when you start saving.
So, what are the benefits that first buyers get from the government?
So help to buy ISA is the first one. Easy. Anyone can get that.
Anyone can get that. So how do you start with a help to buy ISA? How much money you can put in the account?
So help to buy ISA, all of the high street banks do it. So just go down and say, I want to start help to buy ISA. £1,200 is the first amount you can put in the first month. So if you've got £1,200, great. And you should, if you can, put it all in. Even if you have to wait like an extra month or 2 months, because we were lucky, we had enough savings to put £1,200 in. But after that, you can only put £200 in every month. So
which is not much.
No, it takes, and say you want a deposit of 10, 15, 20,000.
It will take you a lot of time.
Yeah, £20 a month. Sorry, £200 a month takes a long time. But on the good side, on the positive side, when you take the money out, only if you take it out for buying your first house, you get 25% back.
So to give an example, let's say you've got 10,000 on your bank account.
2,500 back. For free. For free.
Yeah, so you're gonna get 12,500.
But this is not gonna last forever. The government already said they're only doing it for a set amount. They haven't said how much or maybe they have said, but I haven't read it, how much they're giving, but they're only giving a set amount.
So hurry up with that. So help to buy ISA and lifetime ISA.
Yeah, so lifetime ISA, same idea. You put money in, they give you 25% back, but you can put in £4,000 a year.
4,000?
Yeah. Now we missed out on this because we didn't have £4,000. But a friend of mine, he told me about. A friend of mine told me about this, and he said, get a lifetime ISA. You can't get lifetime ISAs at all of the banks like you can the Help to Buy. That's why a lot of people miss out on it.
So which banks you can go for?
I don't know.
Okay.
Google it. You can find, but if you look online for lifetime ISA.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, but the important thing is you can't start a Help to Buy ISA and a lifetime ISA in the same tax year. So if you're watching this video and it's close to April, do one of them before April, one of them after April. So in a new tax year, which starts in April, you can open one ISA per year.
Wow, I think that's very valuable information, Ben. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Ben. Now let's move on to the deposit.
Yes.
How much is this, and anything that you need to be aware of when you save for your deposit?
The more money you've got for your deposit, the better.
The more money you have is the better.
It's obvious.
It's obvious.
No, but so if you've got 5% minimum, 5% absolute minimum you need. So if you're buying a house for 300,000, 15,000. See that quick maths? 15,000.
So does it depend on what kind of property you're buying? So is it 5% for any property, or is it like for new build you need to have more money, or for old house?
Blanket, 5% deposit, 95% mortgage. That's the minimum.
So 5%.
Yeah, nobody will lend to you below 5%. But the more you've got, the better it works out when you come to your mortgage.
Okay.
Next video.
Next video will be about this. So we've discussed the Help to Buy ISA, lifetime ISA and deposit. Now let's talk about the differences when you're saving up and you're planning to get a mortgage, if you're employed or self-employed. This can be very tricky. So Ben, when it comes to employment, so let's say someone from our audience has been working for that job for 3 years and they were about to quit because they're very bored with their job or something is not working well for them. When it comes to the mortgage, how do they calculate your earnings?
For a normal job where you get a salary and you get the same person paying every month, whatever you're being paid now and have been for the last few months, that's what they calculate on. So if you had an amazing job 6 months ago, you quit that and took a pay cut for a new job because it was something more fun, you wanted to do, or wanted to learn a new skill, it doesn't matter what you had before, but what you've got now. So if you're about to get a pay rise or go to a new job that's got more money, go. But if you're going to take a pay cut, don't do it just before you want to buy.
And also, if you're planning to turn to being self-employed, then you will need to have about 2 years or 1 year of books.
You're supposed to have 3.
3 years.
3 years of business accounts is what you're supposed to have. But we've only got 2 for our business, and they looked at us and they would give us a mortgage, but less. They will give you less because of the 2 years or 1 year. I don't think you could get on 1 year. A year and a half. So the bank did say they'd give it to us for a year and a half.
Okay. So would you say that it's much more difficult for someone who is self-employed to get a mortgage in comparison to someone who is employed?
Yeah. You would still get a mortgage, but you have to shop around more. You can't just walk into the bank, walk into NatWest or HSBC or Barclays, wherever you go, and get a mortgage straight off.
Would you also say that if you're being self-employed, what do they take into account? So if you're trying to be sneaky and put in as many expenses as possible on your business account, would you say this is not quite a wise idea? It's better to keep all the money in your corporate account.
Yeah, so anyone who's running a limited company, you'll know this, and your accountant will tell you, expense everything. Well, the accountant might not say this, but you kind of know what to do. Expense everything, but that doesn't work when it comes to the mortgage because it comes off your profit. So they will assess your mortgage on the company's profits sorry, it's getting detailed. They'll calculate your post-tax profit.
Post-tax profit.
And they'll add that to your salary that you give yourself, and then that will be the amount that they take and calculate the mortgage on.
Okay.
So, say your company turned over £10,000. It's easier for maths, and you paid yourself £4,000 on that.
Okay.
The company profits were an extra £2,000. You would have £6,000 would be what you get assessed on.
Okay.
But if you didn't have any expenses, you'd have the whole 10,000. Too detail?
I just got lost halfway.
Yeah, sorry.
But
the important thing is, don't expense too much.
yes, especially if you're planning to get the mortgage, it's better to suck it up and
Yeah.
keep as much as possible on your corporate account.
But say, if you haven't done that and you have been expensing loads, doesn't mean it's game over, because we didn't know this, right?
Yes, we didn't know this, so
we
still
just
managed.
Yeah, we expense everything. Like, anything we can, we've expensed.
That we use for corporate
Oh, yeah.
reasons.
Only business. But we still got a mortgage.
Yes, so
Sorry
that
if
was
you're watching this, any accountants.
So Ben,
Yes.
no surprise, you are a British man who was born and raised in the UK. I am a foreigner, Russian with a Finnish passport living in the UK. So when it comes to someone like me getting a mortgage in the UK, do I need to be aware of something?
Yeah. Don't be foreign. No, if you've got a lovely foreign partner, or if you're living abroad and want to move to the UK, also these rules are probably pretty standard, I would guess, throughout Europe. So it doesn't matter where you're moving to. You've been here for 1.5 years when we applied for a mortgage, and the mortgage broker said, "Ooh, that's not long." So 2 years minimum. Not minimum for getting a mortgage, but minimum for getting a good mortgage. 3 years is better, and 5 years is pretty sweet
Just
also.
ideal, yes.
Yeah.
Unless you have a very loving partner who's British, and then this will make your life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay for everything for you, darling. Sorry.
So now you've sorted out your finances, you are saving towards your deposit every month. Now you need to do the fun bit. Decide on the area where you want to live. London is huge. I don't know how many Finlands can fit in the population of London.
Yeah, a few.
Quite a few, yes. So
10.
also there is like the countryside.
4.
Thank you, Ben. Fun facts with Ben. There is also the Greater London area with a really nice countryside, smaller towns that are very easy to commute from. So what do you think our audience should think of when they are deciding what area they will look into?
Don't worry about going for something you don't know. Might sound stupid, like if you don't know, how can you worry? But look, get a map out. Go on Google Maps and just look around like we did. That's exactly what we did. That's how we found Kingston. We looked on a map, we thought, we like the west side of London because near the airports and near family. We like West London, where we are now, living. And we're kind of like, well, what's like between there? Oh, Kingston. You've never been there before. So, yeah, don't just narrow it down to one place that you think, I've always dreamed about living here, or...
But there are also other things to be considered, because Ben and I, we run our own business, so we're not really attached to one location in London.
No.
So we work here, we work abroad, so it's easier for us to sort of think about different places. However, if you have a job that you really love and you need to commute to that place on a daily basis, then of course you need to think about maybe a train station nearby that has the train line to wherever your office is, or what other needs you have. Maybe you do some classes like music, or you do the singing classes or language classes, or you need to go to the gym, or you need to have a tennis court nearby. There's so many different things. Like maybe you are out in a lot, like you and I, so we love going to bars, clubs and nice restaurants.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna move to the countryside with one pub, I'll literally have myself like in a week.
You drink the place dry.
Yeah. So I can't imagine myself living in the countryside now. Like with one high street with like a weird kitchen store. Usually they have like a showroom of the kitchens, like, kitchen furniture, and then a bridal shop. Like,
who needs a bridal shop?
I don't know, and then like
3 pubs.
Yeah, and then co-op.
Always 3 pubs.
And 3 pubs, yes, always.
Never just 1 pub, it's England.
So for example, countryside for me is no go.
But for someone else,
maybe
that could
that's
be the
fine.
dream.
You need to think, what are your non-negotiables, right?
Yeah, have like a list. Ours was pretty short for what has to be in the area. For us, it was commute to London. It's got to be space to go out and walk. Somebody wants a dog, so you've got to have a park nearby.
Run for a puppy.
We love going out to like bars and restaurants, so there's got to be a town or a city.
Also, we need to travel for work and for family reasons, so that was very important for us to be close to Heathrow and Gatwick Airport, so easy to commute there.
What was your biggest thing?
I think my biggest thing was to have like a vibrant town centre, because I can't imagine myself going for business to London and also go to London to have fun. So I want to go to the theatre, some cultural beats concert, some like live music stuff, which you probably won't get in the countryside pub, you know.
Yeah.
So to have this, like, to have a feeling that, you know, I'm out and there are other people around me, because I get energy, so I give energy to people and I get energy from people. So this is how I feel alive.
For me, it was to be in a community, or in a town.
Ben is very needy in that sense. He loves attention.
I love it. Who doesn't? But not for the attention though. But so that if you're, say, Kingston, like where we were first looking, that was one of our places.
Yes.
If you lived in Kingston, you would still be going to meet your same friends in London. You'd still be working in central London. You'd still be thinking, oh, let's go out to a bar. Let's go to London. And Kingston, like, what would you do in Kingston? What's the point of living in Kingston?
So, and let's say you've done your research and you thought, okay, let's say Kingston is a good choice for me, Balham is a good choice for me, and I don't know, Camden, just, you know, from the top of my head. So what we would recommend for our audience to do next is that you go to those places. So you might not have been living there before, so you don't really know what kind of streets there are, like where you see the grotty looking buildings, where you have like those areas that you'd better probably avoid, or those streets that are really nice, right? So it's gonna be good to go there and like do your research, write down the names of the streets that are really nice. Like this is what we did with you. Yeah. Like write down the postcode, like, oh, this is very nice, and this is probably stay away from that place. Would you say that this is definitely something to do? Yeah.
Because we had an example, we went on Rightmove and we found, oh, lovely place. Look at this, it's got a nice garden, it's got a lovely living room, it's beautiful. And then we get there and we're like, out the back garden, there's a grotty tower block, and out the front garden, there's a cemetery. It was like, oh, that's a waste of a trip. As well as just going to look at the places, like live there. You know, like go there for a whole day. Travel there in rush hour, because you need to see what rush hour is like. See what the train service is like, how far can you actually walk from the train station. Estate agents always say,
5 minutes, walk. 5 minutes. I'm like,
nothing's more than a 10-minute walk, ever. So how far is the train station? Is there a gym nearby, like you said? Is there a park? Is this road really noisy? Is there like trucks, like massive lorries? Is there a building site next door?
So when Ben said that we went to those areas that we really liked and we wrote down those streets that are nice, not nice, etc., then what we definitely suggest you to do is go register yourself on Rightmove. This is a free of charge tool, isn't it?
Yeah, free.
On Rightmove you can draw the area that you like, so avoiding those areas that you don't find really nice.
Like literally pencil like.
Yeah. And then you will put there like your non-negotiables, and then you'll get notifications every day when a new property comes in. Alright guys, I think we've covered everything we wanted in this starter video about us getting a new house and helping you avoiding the mistakes that we probably made. Anything else, Ben, you want to add before we go?
Probably just take your time. Don't close off. Always leave options open. Options open.
And a little teaser about our next video, which will come out very shortly. We will discuss about the mortgage more specifically and how to get the best deal and the best value for your money. So stay tuned. Thank you very much, Ben, for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed having this conversation, sharing something with our beloved audience. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
Will you happily appear in the future videos?
Oh yeah. I'll be there.
And you guys, let us know in the comments below, do you want Ben to keep on appearing in my videos, or I should read of him?
Do you want me to add the glamour?
Yes.
And the banter?
And like proper English without funny Russian accent, or not?
Oh yes.
Cheers everyone, stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification so that you don't miss our next video about the best mortgage deal.
Bye.
Bye bye. The audience when you answer. You can just run between me looking at me and camera action, etc.
Alright.
Okay, Ben. Let's now move on to.
I really did worry that we hadn't pressed record the whole time. I thought she'll kill me. literally murder me in my sleep.